Hey guys, Fletch the Football Observer here, and today's Fletch Talks video is going to be the conclusion to my mini-series on my personal Premier League predictions for the upcoming 2019-2020 Premier League season. We've done Europa League and Champions League places, we've done possible relegation zone candidates, and now we've come to the end, and there's only one more thing to talk about, and that is the Premier League title race. Who is going to be crowned Premier League champions for the 2019-2020 season? Let's find out who I've chosen. I think with all things considered, the Premier League title race seems to have two very clear favourites, and unsurprisingly, they are the same two favourites as of last season. Both Manchester City and Liverpool were the favourites during the last campaign and went on to live up to that expectation by fighting it out for the title right down to the wire, with City holding their nerve to the death and in doing so successfully defended their Premier League title, whilst the Reds missed out on catching City by a single point, having gone through the season only losing one game, which coincidentally was against Pep Guardiola's side. These two sides are being tipped by many, including myself, to fight it out for the Premier League title once again this season, as when you compare these squads to the rest, they are clearly head and shoulders above the rest, when you consider their philosophy, their chemistry, as well as their commitment and quality. These two teams are clearly superior to everybody else in this league. During the summer, City went out and strengthened in the areas they needed to. Looking at City, they needed cover and strengthening in both a defensive midfield and left back position, and Guardiola identified suitable players to fill those roles and got them, bringing in Rodri from Atletico Madrid in a defensive midfield position and Angelino as a left back. Liverpool, on the other hand, have had a rather quiet summer. They've completed one signing in young defender Sepp Vandenberg and are on the verge of completing the second signing of another youngster in Harvey Elliott from Fulham. Not necessarily players to get too excited about right now, but ones that could be ones to keep an eye on and watch out for in the future. I think when you compare the two sides, this could be another season where the Premier League title goes down to the wire. Liverpool agonisingly missed out on the Premier League title last year, and that would have hurt them. But the Champions League victory would have been a bit of a sweet healer for them, and they'll be looking to kick on from there and win more silverware this season, with the Premier League title obviously being the one they want the most. As for City, they've strengthened in key areas they needed to. They are ready to go for the upcoming season in the league, but you'd have to assume that Guardiola may slightly prioritise elsewhere this year. Of course he'd like to maintain his domination in England, but I think he would love to win the Champions League more, following a couple of disappointing Champions League campaigns whilst Manchester City manager. But with beefing up his squad, I'm sure he's prepared to once again compete on all fronts. But we'll have to again be wary of Liverpool, as even without strengthening in terms of players for the first team it seems, I still reckon that the Reds will push City all the way again. But will Liverpool overthrow Manchester City and win the Premier League title for the first time in 30 years? Or will City once again rise to glory, becoming back to back Premier League title winners? Either way, I'm expecting a thrilling two-horse race next season, and it's hard to split them, I know, but I'm going to go for Liverpool. Not just because I support them, but I think they'll have learnt a lot from last season and will be even hungrier to take that extra step for this season. And I also think that with City maybe prioritising the Champions League a little more over the Premier League this year. I know they have the squad to compete on all fronts, but I think the Champions League is going to be something that will be definitely the top priority this year. I think Liverpool could take advantage of that and go on to take that extra step into becoming Premier League champions. Will they even go the extra step, Liverpool, of being invincible? That may be going a little bit too far, but my prediction for the Premier League title race is that Liverpool will be crowned Premier League champions for the 2019-2020 Premier League season, but it will be a very close and thrilling race right to the finish. And that wraps up this video on my predictions for the 2019-2020 Premier League title race. Of course, guys, as I keep on mentioning, this is just one man's thoughts and one man's opinions on this particular topic, so I'd love to know what you think. What do you make of the two teams that I've mentioned in this video? Do you think I'm right in my predictions? Do you think there's someone else that could be considered dark horses for the title? Who knows? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. Otherwise, guys, hit that like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things would be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch, the Football Observer. This has been another Fletch Talks video. And I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video.